Hello, everyone. No one is in here just yet, and that's fine. Oh, there are. How are there three of you already? And I just popped on because I'm late. Because I'm coming straight from my other job. I'm thinking about rescheduling the time of these Monday evening EDD unemployment lives so that I'm not late for you guys. Hello to this. If you guys have questions, get them in now because no one has asked a question yet. So hope everybody's having a good Monday. Hope that your EDD unemployment claims are starting to get sorted out. Hey, Sugar Sprinkles, that's a cute name. You guys, I do have a Claimyr discount code for you guys if you want to use that service. I know that myself and I've heard Jenny Silver say, like, we don't believe in having to pay to call the EDD, but so many people are saying that it was just worth it for the peace of mind. And kind of what that service does is it dials the EDD for you. So, and then it calls you back from the EDD. It's the EDD that calls you back once that their auto dialing service connects. I'm probably not explaining that very well. Then you still have to hold to talk to a representative, but just to get to the point to hold without having to call over and over and over again, to some people is worth it. And it costs $20 without the code, or $19.99, I think. And then with the code, it only costs $14.99. And again, I don't really think we should have to pay for the EDD, but if you guys are going to use it anyway, I don't want you guys to pay $20. I'd rather you pay $14.99. Okay. All right. Oh, now the questions are all coming in, and now there's 87 of you in here. Okay. Scotty says, no issue with my claim and certify next week. Fingers crossed, just here to support you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, good. Movie theaters are really fun places to work. It's a great community. It's not terribly hard, and you usually get to see free movies and free popcorn, although I've eaten enough free popcorn in my life that I don't want anymore. Hello, Baroque. I'm good, Sugar Sparkles. Hello, Lisa. Hi, Toya. Andre says, I've been stuck on pending since filing a new claim. So really, if you call the EDD, usually at this point, they're able to push your claim through. When you file a new claim, it does go through a review process. And that review process can take anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, but I am hearing more and more people saying it's taking closer to the 2 or the 3 week time period on that. And that if they call the EDD, sometimes they're able to push those payments through. So that's what I recommend. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Tori. You are welcome. Toya, yeah, the code helps. Like, I don't really want you guys to have to pay to call the EDD, but so many people have enjoyed that service that, like, why not? If you're gonna use it anyway, don't pay full price for it. Okay. And XSXPX says, do I know anything about the REA appointment? I do not. Fluffy Killer, I am having an amazing day. And again, love your username. That makes me smile, even just like seeing it pop on screen. Ashley says, I've exceeded all my benefits. Should I call because I have no claim balance yet and I have 6 weeks of not paid in my inbox? Yes, really. So as you guys are going through this new claim process, or as one portion of your claim gets to $0, if you've just hit a $0 claim balance, it usually takes the full 2 weeks for it to reload, but you shouldn't miss any certification cycles. There shouldn't be times when you're not paid. And then if it's just like a certification day, 72 hours is the max. But yeah, 6 weeks is too many. You've got to call them and find out. And again, calling is a pain. And if you don't want to call, or you can't call and get through, you don't want to do Claimyr, can't afford Claimyr, your assembly members, I'm hearing that even they're not always able to help anymore. I don't know if the EDD problems are like so complex that they can't do it, or if they're just so overloaded, but it's still really worth it. I haven't done the description on this video yet, but at the end of it, there will be a link on how to find your assembly member. And in all my other videos, there's a link on how to do that. Rachel says, how come some people are paid 1 week and the other week is pending? So that's usually, not always, but usually because 1 week is within their benefit year and the second week is not within their benefit year. So the second week is pending while things are in review or while they're filing the new claim. If it says NA and not pending, that is usually because it's switching between programs. And sometimes the EDD is just kind of like overloaded and they're like, oh, it's a glitch. The other one's going to switch to paid within a few days. So those are the few things that it can be. Oscar, you're welcome. You guys, my mouse is super sensitive and it lost my place. So you guys know when I lose my place, like the video. Sean says, I was told on the website I'm getting 29-week extension. Its start date was 3/14 and my weekly amount is the same and my balance is 0 as of yesterday. So yeah, so you should be getting that then anytime soon, within 2 weeks. If your benefit amount just went to 0 yesterday, it's not gonna go back up until certification day again. Oh no, Fluffy Killer says, I'm depressed. I haven't received anything yet and I'm starting to get worried. I've been trying to call all week and I always get that your call cannot be completed at this time. Please try again. So keep dialing. Just keep calling over and over again. Reach out to your assembly member. Use Ask EDD. Use Contact Us. And I don't want to encourage, also I do want to say with Claimyr, if you guys do use that, it costs $14.99 with the code instead of the $19.99 that it normally costs. If you decide to do that, it doesn't guarantee that the rep you get is going to be able to fix your problem. So I do want to caution everybody of that if you guys use that code. Let's see here. Still looking for my place. Ghost Rider says, hey, what's the number I'll pay? Just click the link. It should be a little link up there. That'll take you right to it with the discount code. Okay, finding my place. Okay, we did that one. Should we just riot? Well, I don't know. Cases are going down. Might be safe to riot now. I don't think the EDD representatives are working from the office again. Certainly not the majority of them. They're still working from home, and some of them not even from the state of California. Also, I'm totally kidding. I do not support rioting. I just feel like I should probably say that just in case. Andre says, my new claim was invalid. I still certified. Now I'm pending. What do I do? So if the new claim is invalid, that's okay. If you call them, they may say, oh, it was invalid or, oh, it was denied. Same concept, same meaning, just they'll call it different words. Sometimes if you call, oh, your new claim was denied. Oh, it's an invalid claim. If you get the determination of invalid claim notice 1277, that just means that they're going to keep you on your existing claim. But your whole claim, the new one and the old one, go through review, which is going to take between 2 and 6 weeks. I am starting to hear more of my viewers tell me that it's only taken 2 or 3 weeks and not the 4, 5, or 6 weeks. But I'm also hearing that if you call and you get through, that the reps are now able to push some of those payments through. Oh, Lisa says that she gets through with my phone trick every time. So again, the phone trick, I call 833-978-2511. I listen to that long intro message, then quickly hit 134, boop, boop, boop. Not like option 1, option 3, option 4, quickly 134. All at once. And I don't recommend calling after 6 because the lines are too full to hold. And then, of course, there's Claimyr if you don't want to deal with all of that. Baroque says, I got an extension on 4/11 and it has not let me certify yet. It just says that $0 balance. 4/11. So then you should have been able to certify this past Sunday. So I would call them and I would say, hey, I got the extension, but I haven't been able to certify and it still says $0 balance. Can you please fix it? Hyrity says, I filed a new claim and also I still have money. Now it's bowed like it's paired, but it's still saying pending. It's paired. I'm not sure. If it's been pending, it could be in claim review, which takes 2 to 6 weeks. If it's been about that 2 to 3 week mark, try calling the EDD because they might be able to actually push those payments through now. David the Gemini says, my 2 disqualified weeks were finally moved to my old claim, and I reached out to the senator's office online, and they got back to me today after 3 days of submitting. Anyway, thanks for the advice. You are very welcome, and I'm so glad that your disqualified payments went to paid. And so you guys, while we're all applying for new claims, what is happening in a lot of cases is under the payment status, it's going to say disqualification. And that's either because you've certified on the old claim and you're supposed to be certifying on the new claim. And this isn't your fault. It's nothing that you can really control. It's like what the EDD loads up for you when you go to certify. But if it says disqualification, it probably just means that like you filed the new claim, but you weren't approved. So you need to certify on the old claim, but they have you certifying on the new one. And so it says disqualified. So you either need to call them and get that sorted out. David the Gemini said he used his senator. I usually just use my assembly member. And again, that link is in most of my video descriptions. It's not in this one yet, but it will be right after I film. Kim, thank you for the donation. I will be on the lookout for your question. And guys, I'm at the 6:08 mark. It's not a number, it's a link to use Claimyr. Leanne says, how long does it take after you reapply to get paid? I have 3 weeks pending. Should I call again? At the 3-week mark, yes, I do recommend calling because even though it can take up to 6 weeks, there are many, many people now reporting to me that once they call, the reps are able to push those payments through. Samantha says, I've been pending since I opened my claim again, which was at the end of March. I called today and they were able to change my weeks from pending to paid after I talked to a claim specialist. And Samantha is a perfect example of what I was just saying, that many, many people are telling me that when they call, they're getting those payments pushed through. Andre, hopefully I've addressed some of the reasons why you could be pending. Crystal says, there's only a balance of $900 left, but my benefit year isn't over until May 25th. Will they replenish my balance or should I call? They're supposed to automatically replenish your balance. So once your $900 goes all the way down to zero, they're not going to add it before you hit zero. But once your claim balance hits zero, that's when they should add the additional weeks of the extension. But once your benefit year ends, you're going to need to file a new claim. But it sounds like you're already planning on doing that, so that is good. It's supposed to be automatic, but if you get to zero, and you might get the maximum benefits paid notice, that's normal because that happens as they're switching you over to the next extension. But if you're at zero and you don't see a certification date for 2 weeks after your claim balance has hit zero, and you're not able to certify, that's when you're going to call and say, hey, I just ran out of benefits. I'd give it about 5 days after it hits zero to see if you have the certification date. Your claim balance won't go up in 5 days. Claim balance won't go up until you certify again. Mauricio says 4 weeks pending and no way to talk to them. So that's definitely one of those situations where you might want to reach out to your assembly member. And guys, I always recommend by email because they seem to be, then you'll have a trail. You'll have it in writing and there'll be a paper trail of what you told them and what they told you. And if you reach out to them, make sure to say, I'm experiencing a financial hardship. That way they can kind of know that you're having trouble paying your bills. Even if you're not having trouble paying your bills, I still recommend using I'm experiencing a financial hardship because that'll help them help you faster. Okay, Dana says, hello. Jaybird says, EDD have extended the 29 weeks, but the problem is I didn't see the date to certify for any of those weeks. So if it's been more than 2 weeks since you last certified, call them and say, hey, I got the notice that said it's time to certify again, but I got the notice that I got the extension, but I haven't been able to certify. Can you please help me? Henry, thank you for the donation. Guys, if you do have a question, try and put it in with your comment. Tammy, thank you for the cute little sticker. Okay. Nancy says, still waiting to be put onto the PEUX since February. See, and that's way too long. So you got to do all 4 things. Call the EDD, see what they tell you is the reason why you've been pending. Use Ask EDD, use Contact Us, and reach out to your assembly member. Shar, thank you for the donation. Well, I don't see any questions from you guys, and that's concerning me. I'm going to try and see. I do want to answer. Oh, Ghostwriter's reminding everybody to please subscribe to the channel and slap the like button. Slap it like it's these EDD reps that aren't helping you. Man, I'm violent today. I'm talking about slapping EDD rep. Don't slap anybody and don't riot. Peacefully protest, yes. Riot, no. Let's see here. I'm looking for some of these questions. Okay, Kim. I found Kim's USID issue. 17 weeks pending. Apparently, USID needs to remove the block. Any suggestions? An email has been sent from Tier 1. Left a message at my assemblyman. So, Kim, in your case, I don't have a lot of tips, but I would email the assemblyman because I like to have a trail in writing. That way, like, you have proof exactly what date you reached out to them. Then you're going to have their response in writing telling you whether they were able to successfully help you or not. Sorry, I just want to try and get some of these chats. I don't want to only take chats. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to pay ever. I just don't want to be, I don't want you guys to spend your money and then I neglect you. It's tricky. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for the donations. I only found Kim's question. So yeah, if you guys, NC. No. then I'm now like, let's slap the EDD members. Like you're slapping that like button. Don't do that, guys. Don't be violent. Take it out on the like button. Okay, let's see here. Let's do Kay Doyers. I'm scrolling back up to the place I left off when I went searching for some of those chat questions or the super chat questions. I received a class action settlement, part of which had to do with wages. Do I report in this income as back pay? That is a tricky question. I don't think you normally have to do that. Was the back pay for the year 2020? Because, like, let's say it was the back pay for the year 2019 before like the pandemic hit, then you would only report it if it were for wages. You only might report it. I'm not even sure if you would need to report that. I tend to think no on that. But if it was for 2019 when they were determining your weekly benefit amount, then no. But if the settlement was for part of while you've been receiving the unemployment benefits, then possibly. And Freddie's saying can't even get through anymore because the lines are tied up. And I will say that some people are like, well, it's because everybody's using Claimyr and that's an auto dialing service. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I know that the cat's out of the bag on Claimyr now, and some people are using it. So again, if you're using it anyway, you might as well use the code to save you guys $5. So don't pay $19.99. Use the code, pay $14.99 if that's something that you're going to do anyway. I feel mixed about this. I'm only got the code for you guys because if you're going to use it anyway, I want you to save the money. Okay. Yes, please like the video, everybody. Yeah, everybody's saying that they're going to pay. And like, I don't want you guys to have to pay, but I will say that yesterday on a Sunday, I also don't really recommend calling them on Monday or Sunday because those are their high volume days. I got through it rang me back in about a minute. Like, it was I was like, what? I nearly fell off the couch. It was like, we've connected so quickly. And then I promptly hung up. I don't have any current questions for the EDD, and I didn't want to tie up those lines for you guys. That was something I had to do that to get the code for you guys. Okay. Okay. I lost my place. I don't know how this happened. Okay. Anna. Oh, yeah, Anna. Finally found my place, guys. Okay, I got paid already. My pending was pending because the representative told me I exhausted my benefits. But since they passed the bill and extended it, I am extended and still need to refile online, etc. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Fluffy Killer, I just want to say that Lisa confirmed that the phone tricks still work, so don't feel like you guys have to pay for Claimyr. I know that money is tight, so try and hang on to your money. That's really my advice. Okay, Todd said, filed a new claim. Your old one ended March 10th. Applied now on new PEUCY extension. Everything done with ID. Got a word letter for my old higher amount, but now pending 3 weeks, and port shows lower amount. So so it depends on what's happening with your claim. If they gave you the extension, the PEUCY or PEUC, if they gave you that extension, that should mean that you didn't qualify for a new claim. And sometimes you can get both an award letter that you qualified for a new claim and a 1277 invalid claim notice. If you get the invalid claim notice, you're not going to go on to a new claim. Even regardless of when you got that award letter, since we're talking about slapping, that 1277 invalid claim notice slaps the award letter out of play. And the only thing left is the invalid claim notice. That'll supersede and get rid of the new claim. If you were approved for a new claim, if you were moving from Fed Ed to a new claim, they would honor the lower amount. If you were going from PEUC at the end of your benefit year and you qualify for a new claim, and the new claim is more than $25 less, then they would continue paying out the extensions on your existing claim. And then once those ran through, you could still get your 26 weeks on the new claim. Okay. Silim22 said, I redid my claim after a year and was added the new extension, was able to certify for 3 weeks and got paid. I went in on the 17th to certify for the next 2 weeks, and now it's been 9 days stuck on pending. I would call them. You went on the 17th. It could just be that the claims in review, that does take between 2 and 6 weeks. But at this point, they should be able to push those payments through to you. Christina says, I'm furious. I finally got through to literally a ditz. She told me that she didn't know what to do, asked me what to do about it. Why questions pending 5 weeks? All she had to do was push. I really want to hear the rest of that. What's the deal with the code? Oh, you guys, I don't love to hear when you say that you're desperate to get through. The Claimyr code calls the EDD for you. Once it gets through, it calls you back from the EDD line. They're not like listening or anything like that. You do still have to hold to talk to a representative, and then you could still get a DIDS. There's no guarantee that you're going to get a good rep. Posh, thank you for the donation. You were on PEUC extension. The claim balance is 0. They sent you an inbox for the 29-week extension, but you sent a new claim the week before. Will that confuse the already overwhelmed system? Is that a duplicate entry? No, it's not. And I'm so glad that you asked this question. I should be paying you for asking that question. Thank you for the donation. But here's the thing. There's going to be like I gotta put these letters next to me. There's a part that says, as long as you are otherwise eligible. And I'm paraphrasing, that's not exactly what it says. But one of the requirements of otherwise being eligible is that you're still within your benefit year. So a lot of people are confused about this. They're like, Shelly, Jenny, you were wrong. I didn't have to refile. I got a letter saying that the 29-week extension was automatically added to my claim. Yes, because you probably got that before your benefit year ended, or it's just auto-generated, could be either one. But once the benefit year ends, that's when the payments on the extension are going to stop and get stuck in pending. Because once your benefit year ends, you have to file a new claim. So you had to do that anyway. Is the system already overwhelmed? Yes, but it's not a duplicate entry. So you absolutely did the right thing. You were going to get stuck on pending if you would not have filed the new claim. Now, it's possible that you're still going to have a few weeks that are stuck on pending because the claim is going to go into review since you tried to file a new one whether the new one's approved or not. But no, it's not going to confuse the system. That was actually what you had to do. So thank you for asking that. Hopefully that cleared that up for some other people as well. Andre says, do they review you if you have an invalid claim? Yeah, it's the filing of the new claim that triggers the review process, regardless of whether the new claim is invalid or denied or whether it's approved. The whole claim gets into the review process, and they can't release the payments until that's complete. I am at the 610 mark. And Round Squash says, my benefit just went to 0 this past weekend. I'm on PUA extension. What do I do? I can't get through to the EDD. It also says I can certify in 2 weeks. Okay, so first, Round Squash, you're probably not on PUA. You're probably on PEUC. And it's a very good sign that you have your next certification date, and your claim balance should go up, but it's not going to go up until you certify again, but it should go up then. Lisa says, do I have any idea why a new claim on PEUC extension is weekly certification now? In general, no. Like if it's every week, I don't know why that's happening. Definitely, it's not supposed to happen, but it's fairly common. As long as you're getting paid with no problem, I wouldn't worry about it. I will say that, and I've explained this before, Lisa, I'm not sure if you've been here on one of these before. So when you're on regular unemployment, the first part is 26 weeks. That's evenly divisible by 2, the 2-week certification cycle. It's 26 weeks is 13 certification cycles. But then all of these PEUC extensions, they're an odd number of weeks. So you can't certify every 2 weeks before the claim balance hits 0. So the first one was 13 weeks. So you're going to certify for 6 times for 12 weeks. And then on that last one, you're probably not going to be able to certify for 2 weeks, but then you're only going to get paid for 1 week. And then you're going to go back and certify again the very next week, but it'll be for that second, NA week and the following week. So there may be a couple of times throughout the process where you just certify for 1 week, or where you certify for 2 weeks and then you turn around and certify again the next week. But I am aware that some people are having to certify every single week, and I don't know why that is, but as long as you're getting paid, I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just a minor inconvenience. Monica, thank you for the donation. Your benefit year ends 5/31. You're on extension tier 2. From what you can see, your balance will run out before 5/31. Will I be able to apply soon for a new claim? I have not worked at all. So no, Monica, the earliest that you can file for a new claim is about 5 days before your benefit year ends. But don't worry about that balance hitting 0. So what will happen in your case is you're going to get that letter that they were just asking about. You're going to get in your UI online message box, you have been awarded the 29-week extension. And you'll hopefully start to get paid out on that automatically. You shouldn't need to do anything to get that. And it's going to be called extension tier 2 augmentation under the payment type. And then if you call a rep, they're sometimes calling it PEUY or PEUCY. So your balance will hit 0. It's fine if it hits it before 5/31, your benefit year end. It'll stay at 0 until you certify again in the next 2 weeks. Then when you go to certify again in 2 weeks, that's when you'll see your balance increase, and you'll start to use some weeks of the third PEUC extension. You'll apply for your new benefit year, and you'll see if you qualify for a new claim or not. If you do qualify for a new claim, they'll put you on the new claim as long as it's not more than $25 less than your old claim, since you're on PEUC already. And if you don't qualify, they'll just keep paying you out on the extension. Ha! That was a mouthful, but hopefully that clears that up. Okay, I did see there was another I got another super chat, and then I'll get to that super chat, and then I want to take some questions from people that are not able to contribute on these super chats. Lucky Dog. Oh no, wait, oops, gotta scroll up. I missed one. Oh boy. Oh, it's Ursula. Ursula giving me the sticker. Thank you, Ursula. I love when you pop in. I know you haven't been able to make it sometimes, so it's good to see you. Okay. Lucky Dog Training says, I had to renew my claim. It was approved, I think, and past weeks paid. However, now there are no weeks to certify. You have a claim balance still. I'm not sure what's going on with that, so I would call them. It sounds like they haven't properly switched you over to the new claim, but I would definitely call them on that because I'm not sure. Uh-oh. All right. Jacqueline, it's not Jacqueline. Jacelyn is yelling at Anthony because he's spamming my comments. So Anthony, let's get to you. Do I think they will push yours through because it has been 6 weeks not paid at all? It says pending, but they told me I needed a phone interview, but it has not been paid. No, unfortunately, the phone interview is kind of the dreaded term, but it's probably still worth calling because maybe you can say, hey, I was supposed to have a phone interview. It's been more than 6 weeks. Can you at least tell me the time frame that I'm supposed to be waiting? Because 6 weeks is a little bit of a long time to be waiting for that phone interview. Chris says, I'm skipping around, guys. I'm going to work my way back up. I was approved for a new claim, but when I certify, it takes out $40 tax for the previous $200 a week instead of the new $75 a week. Now pending and can't get through, waiting for a reply for them for 2 weeks. So you have a different amount and it's taking out the wrong taxes. Look, I'm just going to be honest, okay? Sometimes these government agencies, they can mess things up and not do them right. I don't know what happens on their end or how it gets so messed up. It's like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing or something like that is the saying. My mom gets a VA pension, and she gets Social Security, and those two programs don't interact very well. And she's had to appeal. They still owe her like $7,000, but because it's gotten over the years like so messed up, it's sometimes really hard to sort out. Are they taking less or are they taking more? Whatever, it's taking less, just let them. And like, I don't know, because I bet it's so messed up. I bet they don't even know how to unmess it up for you. That's kind of my thought on that. B. Herrera, thank you for the donation, says, I called this morning and they told me that my extension request has been submitted and on the 21st, and they told me I just need to wait. I was on PEUC. So was that the 21st of April or like the 21st of March? Because if it was the 21st of March, they probably should be able to push those payments through to you now. If it was just the 21st of April, yeah, it's going to take at least 2 weeks to complete the review process, maybe 3 weeks. And it can take all the way up to 6 weeks, although most people are reporting the 2 to 6 week time frame. Okay. All right, Anthony and Chris, I love you guys. If you're a member on the channel, like I have these like weird emojis. I don't even remember what I'm doing in this one. Oh, sadness. He's sad. I made like, I don't know. If you remember, there's weird little custom emojis that are supposed to be me doing. I don't know, whatever. It seemed like a good idea at the time. It was probably unnecessary. Nobody ever uses them. I'm trying to scroll up. I've lost my place. I'm trying to get back to it. Okay. Johnny says, I filed a new claim a day after my year ended. I got approved for my extension to continue, but my 410 is still pending. I certified yesterday and payments are still pending. Filed a new claim. I don't know when your claim year ended, so it might just still be that you're in review. But if it's been 2 to 3 weeks already and it's still stuck in pending, I'd go ahead and call them and see if they can push the payments through. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and try and gonna put the user in timeout so that I don't see all of Anthony's comments repeated over and over again. Kim wants to know, do you have to file a new PUA claim? If it's truly a PUA claim, you don't have to file a new claim. But There are some situations where, like when people didn't qualify for Fed Ed, they were put onto a PUA claim and they may have been moved back to a PEUC claim. So really check like your last payment type, your most recent payment. Go on your claim history, transaction, and payment type and make sure that it's PUA. PUA people do not need to reapply once their benefit year is over. But like, I know you guys, I'm doing this, right? You guys are here with me. But I had one of my employees and she said to me, she said, Shelly, but it said not to reapply if you're on pandemic unemployment assistance. And it's confusing because pandemic unemployment assistance, that's PUA. And I know she's not PUA because I worked for a W-2 employer and she works for the same W-2 employer that I do. So she's has a traditional claim. But that word pandemic throws some people. Some people are like, yeah, we're all on pandemic. We're all getting unemployment because of the pandemic. But PUA, very different than PEUC. But I do still see people get the terminology mixed up. So really, really make sure what type of claim you're on. If it's PUA, if it's truly PUA, you do not need to file a new claim. Kai, I used to know somebody named Kai, and I would say his name like this, Kai. Kai says they canceled my new claim. He was real high energy, he's hyper, so he's a fun guy. They canceled my new claim, filed 1 month ago, and put me back to my old claim. Got a 29-week added message the next day. Certified and still pending. So what do I need to do now? File another new claim? No. If you guys have recently filed a new claim, don't file again, even though that generic message is still up there that's like, when your benefit year ends, file a new claim. That's just a standard message that we're all seeing right now. If you've recently filed a new claim, it's not even going to let you do it again. You're probably just going through the review period, which can take between 2 and 6 weeks. But since it's been a little while now, if you call, there's a pretty good chance that the rep can push the payments through. Oh, Ursula has a question and says, hello, sunshine. Just got off the phone with EDD after paying the $20. Don't pay $20, Ursula. I got a code. But anyway, it's done now. All right. To get through, even though I filled out a claim after my year, they said I'd just wait till 4/30/21 for my new extension. Is this right? So it sounds like maybe they already know that new claim is going to get denied. And if the new claim is denied, then they do add the extension. So that's what it sounds like they're planning on doing for yours. So that could be right. So I hope that that's right. But yeah, that could be true. Mark Owen, I'm so sorry. You guys, I know Jenny Silver, she made a video about how much she makes. I'm not making I make about a fourth of what she makes on any given month. She works hard. She totally deserves it. She puts out twice the videos I do. But she has an assistant and I really need one, but I can't afford one. So I need a moderator, but I can't afford one right now. But I caught Anthony and I removed all of the repetitive comments. Guys, if I skip your question, please wait about 15 minutes and then ask it again. Please don't post it over and over and over again. Griselda says, is it a new process to certify for only 1 week at a time instead of biweekly? It is not supposed to be, but I do see a lot of people reporting that they're having to do that. As long as you're getting paid, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Kai says they canceled my new claim filed a month ago. Put me back on my old claim. Got the 29 weeks added message. Or did I just read that one? Yeah, I think I did because I'm skipping around. Oh, Kai, yours is in there a bunch too. So I'm going to take that one out as well. Just because I lose my place, guys. Double die dare you. Love that username as well. I can't remember my security questions. Is there any other way I can change my password? I do think that if you call them, that they're able to help with that. But outside of calling, if you don't remember the security questions, I don't think there's a way to fix that. Savannah said, I had a PEUC claim. I reapplied. I just got a new claim, but I only have about 13 weeks available for certification, even though my benefit year said it ends on 4/9/2022. Well, I only get about 2 months of money. No, really, as long as we're on unemployment right now, we're going to be on it if we're still unemployed through September 4th. That would be the earliest that any of the programs are going to end right now. So through September. So what it sounds like happens, it actually sounds like maybe you were just on regular unemployment and they just put you on PEUC, because the 13-week was the first PEUC extension, and then it was an 11-week PEUC extension, and then now it's the 29-week extension. But there's extension upon extension upon extension that will take you all the way to September 4th. Oh dear. Andrew says, God bless me, Shelly, but your cousin that you're helping on FedEd just got a notification asking for wage information in the past year, or they disqualify him, but he didn't work at all last year. So I think that we all got that. I kind of really put my letters in here. That is for if you disagree with their decision about they probably denied the new claim. That's just saying, hey, if we got this wrong, send us something that explains that to us. But if they got denied the new claim, that's fine, because they'll add the other extension. So I don't think that you actually need to send anything back. I'm going to try and double check that, Andrew, and maybe I'll try and make like a super fast video on it. Henry says, I can't certify now, only reopen claim, which has me go through more steps. Do I need to do this? So usually, reopen claim, different than filing a new claim or reapplying, kind of confusing, similar words. Reopen claim is generally for people who were on unemployment, then they went back to work for a little while. This happened a lot with like restaurants. Then the restaurant closed again during the pandemic, and you hadn't certified for about, I think, 30 days. Then when you go to certify again, you're supposed to see the reopen claim button. If that's not your situation, now this could be one of those old claim, new claim problems, where you need to call them and say, hey, I think this is showing up because I'm supposed to be certifying on my new claim, but it's still my old claim. Anyway, if you haven't had any periods where you've returned to work and then come back to certify, I would call them if it doesn't fall off automatically in a few days. Definitely don't go through the steps. That usually seems to cause more problems than not. Rudy says, my unemployment claim is expiring because I'm coming to the end of my year, May 3rd, 2021. And now they said that they put an extension for 26 weeks. How does that work? So I think you might mean 29 weeks. And so I actually went through this earlier. I'm not sure if you were in. So you get that letter as your balance is going down, and they say, okay, we've added this 29 weeks of extension to your claim. But there's like a little sentence in there that says, as long as you meet other eligibility requirements. I'm paraphrasing it. That's not the exact wording. So one of the eligibility requirements is that you're within your 12-month benefit year. Once your 12-month benefit year is over, you are going to need to file a new claim. Okay, I'm going to start skipping around because we're at the 43-minute mark. All right, oops. Oh, okay. Well, I accidentally skipped all the way down to the bottom, so that'll work for some of you. Miguel says, my claim went on pending. I'm regular unemployment. I still have a balance of like $6,000. I certified. I answered all the questions like always. I don't know what happened. So you're on the first part of regular unemployment, your benefit year hasn't ended, and you're not answering, like you answered yes, you're looking for work, and you answered that no to all the other questions. If so, you'll have to call them to find out why it's pending. Kelly says, $0 balance, regular unemployment, tier 2 claim expired. I have money in my PUA. I think it's expired as well. Can I apply for PUA again since I have my own business? No, because if you had any W-2 wages, it's going to still default to that. And depending on how much you made on your self-employment after the base period that they use to calculate your weekly benefit amount with your W-2 employment, it actually could be more beneficial for you to stay on the regular unemployment. And since it just hit zero, oh no, it didn't. Yeah, $0 on your regular claim. If you have money in your PUA claim, you also shouldn't be able to have two different claims that are open. There shouldn't really be a PUA claim and a regular unemployment claim. It seems like that's going to cause problems somewhere along the line, but they should be, if your benefit year is over, that's when you're going to file a new claim. And based on your answers, it would determine which program you go into. And I hope that made sense. Okay. Aloha State of Mind said, this is the first time I've seen pending for a week. I just certified on Sunday. They paid me for only 1 week of the 2 I certified for. So Aloha State of Mind was 1 week within your benefit year and the second week outside of your benefit year. That's the most common reason. Blue-eyed female in here to save the day and do a little moderating. That'll take out the duplicate comments. Anyway, so that's the most common reason that I see 1 week within the benefit year, the second week outside of the benefit year. Sometimes the EDD does say it's just a glitch and that sometimes like the second payment will like randomly switch to paid a few days later, but make sure to check your benefit year end date. Jose says, PEUC 11-week extension just hit 0. Do I reapply? You only need to reapply if you're at the end of your benefit year. They should be automatically reloading your claim balance with the 29-week PEUC extension tier 2 augmentation, PEUY extension. Miguel, thank you for the donation. Maya says your claim balance was high too. George wants to know who's going to Disneyland. I wish I was. You guys, I'm too cheap for that. I love Disneyland, but it's expensive. Also, like after a year sitting on our tukuses, like, can you imagine like being on our feet? There's still going to be lines. I feel like there's going to be less employees and they won't be open as long. So there's still going to be like long lines. Our feet are going to hurt. It's going to be too much walking. It's not a good time to go to Disneyland. I'm an old grump. Okay. Dan says, do I have to wait till my benefit year expires to reapply? The earliest that you can really call is about 5 days before your benefit year ends. You don't want to call any earlier than that. Emilio, my Disneyland comments getting some laughs. David says, still within my benefit year and haven't been able to certify since March since my balance is 0. When will we get the PEUC extension? Guys, the EDD has been really silent about that. Call them and see if they can add those weeks, see what they tell you, because the EDD hasn't said a peep. That was the thing where they originally said, we're going to reload everybody by April 17th, and then they didn't. So call them, see what they tell you. Try calling, ask EDD, contact us, and reach out to your assembly member. Emilio says, Emilio, I'm noticing you now. You don't have to have money. Sometimes it helps it highlight. So what is your comment? I'm going to be, yes, I do. Emilio, let's see that question. I See Zombies. You guys, I See Zombies has a trick. And I don't know about I See Zombies trick, but I can confirm that that's a real EDD number. You guys, on one of the message boards I'm on, there's a lot of like random numbers that are supposedly to like a specific EDD office. Like unless that number is verified by you, like you Google that number, you type in EDD and then the phone number, please don't call these random numbers. I worry about people's information get stolen. Emilio, just ask your question again. I'm looking at you. I see your name standing out. So yeah, ask it again. Sean, thank you for saying I'm being awesome. I'm glad I've helped you understand the process. Freddie, Emilio, EDD handles sending your payment if you have card issues. That's all at B of A. Yes, I see they're helping you in the comments here. I see Zombie says it worked for you today at 8 a.m. less than 30 minutes. Wait, okay, perfect. So let's share your tip. I see Zombies. So I see Zombies is sharing the same number that I recommend, which is 833-978-2511. And then is it pound and then quickly 121, or is it like we listen to a prompt and then click 1, listen to a prompt, then click 2, then listen to a prompt, then click 1? Or do we hit it fast? Pound 121. Pound. I gave away my age instead of calling it like hashtag 121. All right. Let's see here. Emilio, I'm gonna guess that that's good advice to call the Bank of America. Oh shoot. Did I see Sean's compliment? I appreciate all of you guys. If I skip your question, please know that that's never intentional. I really want to help you guys. I know I've kind of got that Claimyr thing up there, and I'm always like, Webull this. That's because I want one day for us all to be wealthy and not have to worry if we lose our mediocre jobs and if you're going to call Claimyr anyway, I do want to give you guys a code, but I just appreciate you guys and enjoy doing this. So much so that I even asked for Monday nights off, although today I was late. Okay. I see Zombies tricks, pound first, press 1, listen to the message, then 2, then 1. Okay. So the long intro message, pound 121. Okay. George says, got a new claim with a higher balance and was also blessed with an extension 2 weeks before my year hit the year mark. So that's kind of false. Well, the extension's false, but if you got the new claim with the higher balance and they're paying out on that, then that's great. They should keep you on that. Kristen says, if they file, I lost Kristen's. If they file an extension for you, do you have to open a new claim? If you got the let's see, I see blue-eyed females answering that. You only file a new claim once your benefit year ends. Yes. So, but if you get the letter and it's automatically generated that says we filed the 29-week extension for you. Sorry, you won't know if it's automatically generated. They're going to send you that notice once your claim balance hits 0. But yes, once your benefit year ends, you have to file a new claim. If you've called the EDD and they say, oh, you don't need to reapply, we're just going to add the extension for you. I'm hearing they're doing that less, but if they have told you that and you've called, you should be able to trust them. But some people that were told that are now calling and saying, hey, like they told me I didn't need to reapply. It was my benefit year a month ago, but now I'm stuck on pending out of nowhere. They're saying, oh, that's because the rep was lazy. They took the lazy way out and you do have to file a new claim. So yes, once the benefit year ends, you have to file a new claim. I'm skipping around again, guys. Jorge says, augmentation, that's when my extension was added. I had it and then my new claim came to effect. Okay, well, that's great if you have been getting paid out on that. Freddie, I know you've been with me a long time. I'm sorry that you've been waiting at 0 with no update. Please call them and let me know what they say. You've been on the channel. I know you know what I'm about to say, but in addition to calling them, also use Ask EDD, also use Contact Us, and please email your assembly member. I sometimes say contact, but contact them by email so that you have a written trail of the date you sent the email, the date they responded, and what they said in that response. See if they can help you. They were supposed to have already done that, but they have not added those balances. Marlon says, is it smarter to reapply now while I have some money of income in qualifying quarters, so when the extensions are gone, possibly an extension, I'll get some weekly benefits paid? You can only reapply once your benefit year ends. It's like a catch-22. You can't reapply early, earlier than like 5 days before your current benefit year ends. However, like for me in March, because of the base periods that they use, I had wages in October, November, and December of 2019 that they hadn't used, plus January, February, March of 2020 that they hadn't used. So it was actually about 6 months worth of income. But if you haven't worked at all since you first filed your unemployment claim, it does something called fail lag. It's not going to pass that, and your new claim will still be denied. So just worry about reapplying or filing a new claim once you're about 5 days away from your benefit year end. One Truth, One Life says, my benefit year ended 4/10, and I was out of the 11 weeks with a new balance, but I'm pending for the weeks for 11 through now. I would call them since it's been more than 2 weeks. A foreign name that I can't pronounce says, I talked to someone via ID.me 3 weeks ago, but nothing happened after that. Why? What do I have to do? So with ID.me, guys, if you haven't already done that and you file a new claim, you're probably going to have to complete the ID.me process. But it's only supposed to take 10 days for the EDD to process that. But many, many people have said it takes closer to 30 days. But I would just call the EDD and see what they recommend for you to do. Okay. I saw someone say that they're working and their hours have been reduced. So you're going to report those to the EDD, and there may be the EDD doesn't count the first 25% of what you make. Then after that, they reduce your weekly benefit amount, and you need to make at least $1 from the EDD to still qualify for the $300 boost. Jessel? I can't. I'm sorry about your name. I'm not sorry about your name. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry. You've been calling and no answer. I would just keep calling, unfortunately. Try not to call after 6. The lines tend to be too full to take new callers, and I do find that it seems to be harder at noon. I think they really are at lunch. Flores says, hello, I'm on PUA, second time on pending, 3 weeks now. Should I call? Yes. 3 weeks is too long. On PUA, there's not supposed to be issues with PUA claims right now. So yes, you'll need to call. And welcome new member, Pamela. Zanab says, I sent a message to the EDD about my pending status, and they replied to me my message in my inbox that I'm required to apply for jobs. As far as I know, the work search requirement is still waived. Yeah, the work search requirement's still waived. I do normally recommend answering yes to the did you look for work question. And then if it asks you where you looked for work, that's where I would hit skip. EDD work search requirements. This is today. This is right now. I'm going to hold it super close. Okay, I don't know how to do this. But look, work search requirements. You are not currently, it looks so weird when I'm trying to read my phone on the monitor. Okay. You are not currently required to look for work each week to be eligible for benefits. So the work search requirement is waived, but a lot of people report that their claims get stuck on pending if they answer no to did you look for work. So I recommend, it never hurts to look, but answer yes to that question and then hit skip when it asks you where you looked for work. Okay. The HB City says, do I certify on my old claim even though I have 3 pending payments, or should I leave it like that until my new claim? I would keep certifying. I would also call them because 3 pending payments, is it 3? Yeah, 3 pending payments, that'd be 3 weeks. I would call and see if they can push that through. Yeah, Anthony Valdez is bad grandpa. I did not see him pop in, but it's always a pleasure when he does. Oh yeah, I do now. I see the little grandpa emoji. Oh, thank you, bad grandpa. See, you're a good grandpa. All right, Chris says, How long did it take for them to reply to you? Some people have good luck getting the contact us or ask EDD to call them and contact them, and others don't. But it never hurts to try. Okay, I'm still skipping around. XC says, is Claimyr safe? As far as I know, yes. I've been in touch with the CEO. Jenny Silver is doing a lot of detective work. I think she's going to have another video on them out. It is safe. It's really just this auto dialing service. Those have been around for a long time. They saw a need for this. They're not like getting your information or doing anything weird with it. So it's like this auto dialing service. You enter your phone number. It auto dials till it gets through, and then through the miracle of technology, once they get through, and it just dials all these different ways till it finds an open line, gets you through, and then once it gets through, it directs that number to call you, and it kind of like disconnects from the Claimyr service once it gets you on hold with the EDD. And I just want to stress again that Claimyr doesn't it doesn't speed up like the hold time. It just gets you through to holding. And again, Lisa earlier says that she has just as much luck with my phone trick, which is calling 833-978-2511, and then listening to the long intro message, then quickly hitting 134. And there was another tip earlier to call that same number, 833-978-251, and then hit pound. And I forgot the prompts. 1, 2, 1. It's in the chat if you scroll up the tip. I'll write it down and try and leave it for you guys, because I know, like, we're all on unemployment. It's difficult to come up with that money. Pamela says, when I logged into my account, received an error code E321 and can't access now. Do you know what this means and how long to clear? No. Can you try? I'm going to work for tech support now. Have you turned it off and turned it on again? I know I said that kind of like a jerk, but like, I don't mean that like a jerk, but like a lot of times that really does help. So try just like completely like if you're doing it from your phone, try like the hard shutdown. Guys, I'm trying to manifest this Tesla in my life. So far, no good, but like, they say if you see it and you visualize it. Anyway, try totally shutting down your device and restarting and then seeing if it'll work. And then sometimes, just give it like maybe 15 minutes and hopefully it'll work. Okay. If restarting your device doesn't work. Okay. Kelly says, I was on PUA, but they put me on UI because I had hourly for a gig worker. No W2. Why do I need to file for UI if I'm self-employed? So, but it says you had hourly for a gig worker. And I know were you an Uber driver? Because I know that there was a time where for a little while they were kind of being classified as regular employees. And then the law got like overturned. Anyway, if you had any W-2 wages, but you say you didn't, and you're saying, why do I need to file for unemployment because I'm self-employed? Like normally you just fill out the form and then based on your answers, it determines which program you best go into. Hi, George. You've been getting pending status for the past 6 weeks, applied for a new claim. It was denied. Called EDD today. She was super rude, telling me to send an appeal. Okay. The appeal process takes a really long time and usually only have 10 days from like getting a letter that you disagree with to send that back. I know that you're not going to want to hear this. I would call back. I know it's a long hold. I know it's hard to get through. Call back, see what the different rep tells you. Use the Ask EDD feature, use the Contact Us feature, and email your assembly member. When you email your assembly member, that's so that there's a written trail of everything you tell them and that they tell you. Please say, I'm going to have a financial hardship because I haven't been paid by the EDD in 6 weeks. Can you please do anything to help me get paid again? If they tell you you have to file an appeal, you probably have to file an appeal, and they can't help speed up the appeal process. But hopefully this rep was just wrong. When did my poster come undone? Did that happen during this live? Okay. Anyway, I'm really sorry that you got a rude rap. That's really terrible. Okay. Says, I usually skip the part when you fill out the work search record. Is it okay as of today? Yes, it is. As of today, still okay to hit skip. The work search requirement is still waived right now. There are our case rates coming down. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we do start needing to list the places that we applied, but still waived right now. And even in states where they have started the requirement back, they usually have given their residents about a month notice before they do it again. So like if we started needing to list the places we looked for work, it's almost May. I would imagine that if they let us know May 1st that we wouldn't have to start listing it till like June 1st, I would imagine that we would do it similar to other states. Lego Building said finished the money on the extension and got more after that. My year is up now, but I was able to certify yesterday. Do I keep certifying or do I need to open a new claim? Unless you're PUA, you need to open a new claim. So yeah, go ahead. At some point, your claim will get stuck on pending and you'll either have to call and get it unstuck and have them help you file a claim or file a new claim online. Okay. Dante said, I was wondering if EDD we just talked about that. No. So these new claims, once you do the new claim, that seems to trigger it. It's like it forgets that you don't need to look for work and brings up that page where you're supposed to list where you look for work. But if you hit skip, like for a couple certifications in a row, then it should stop bringing that page up. eMart says, I have a question. I'm in your benefit year. You hit 0 on your old balance and the EDD automatically applied. I have a new balance. I've been pending for a week now. I have to wait 3 weeks for my payments. Okay, so you're saying you're within your benefit year? Because that part got a little cut off. It says I'm in my benefits year. So I'm thinking that means you are within your benefit year. And so if you have already been pending for 1 week, I would call them to find out why. Okay, let's see here. Cassandra says, your benefit year ended on 3/26 and you were on an extension. You have 3 pending payments and I've tried to reapply, but it says I need to call. I don't know what to do because I can't get through. Keep trying. And also like reach out to your assembly member, let them know, hey, I've been pending. I can't get through. I'm experiencing a financial hardship. Is there anything you can do to help me get paid faster? That is what I recommend. Other than that, just keep redialing. I don't know what everybody's financial situation is. I think it's a shame that like there was a need for this app, but there is a link if you were thinking about using Claimyr anyway. There is a discount code linked up there. You can just click that link and it's $14.99 with my link. And it will dial them for you and ring you when it gets through, but you still have to hold. And there's no guarantee that the rep you're going to get is going to be able to help you even with their service. But a lot of people have just said that it's worth it, that it's so frustrating calling the EDD that like they would rather just spend the $14.99. Actually, people keep commenting that they don't mind paying the 20. Don't pay the 20, guys. Use my link. If you don't want to use my link, you don't like me, whatever, use Jenny's link. Use somebody's referral link and save yourself $5. Okay. Diamond Pikachu. Hello. Oh, I'm glad it's a nice day there. And you have been with my channel like literally since I had like probably 500 subscribers. So thank you. What time does the EDD close? So the EDD closes at 8, but quite honestly, like this is my opinion. I don't have any proof of this. I think it's a waste to call after 6 because we've all probably called the EDD now. So you know that if they tell you it's an 11-minute hold time, that probably means an hour and a half. And if they tell you a 28-minute hold, that probably means 2 hours. So if the hold time is 2 hours and you call after 6, you're not going to get through to an agent before they close at 8. So I don't recommend calling after 6, even though technically they close at 8. Yeah, Prezzy's saying, and Prezzy, I think the discount code only gives you a discount the first time you use Claimyr. I think after that, they charge you full price. But let's say that you use them to call and the EDD disconnects you or drops the call. Within 24 hours, they will call again for free on your behalf if the call gets dropped by the EDD. Fran says, what can we do if we got the invalid claim? Can we appeal it? I don't think you want to. Getting the invalid claim notice, that means that they're going to keep you on your existing claim and add the extensions to your existing claim. The only time you would want to appeal that is if you knew you qualified for a new claim that was going to have like a much higher weekly benefit amount. Then you might want to appeal the invalid claim decision. But other than that, it just means they're going to add the extensions to your existing claim, which is what most people want. Not everyone, but most people. And it's a pain to go through an appeal. I don't even like talking about appeals, and I always like make a face and like get tense when people ask me about it because of how long I've heard that process is. So you want to try and avoid an appeal at all costs. Prezi, you are welcome. I think I'm just going to do a couple more questions. I ran really late yesterday, and Blue-Eyed Female stayed on with me like the whole hour and almost 40 minutes we went yesterday. Yeah, word is getting out. Yeah, the assembly members are backlogged. I'm hearing more and more that there's nothing that the assembly members can do. I've unfortunately seen responses that I moderate a Facebook message board on unemployment as well. I've seen screenshots where the assembly member is clearly just like saying what the EDD rep told them, and the information has been completely wrong. Someone was told that because they ran out of benefits before December 27th, that there was nothing available for them until March 13th, which is absolutely not true. But that's what an EDD rep told this assembly member. So, but it's still worth it to try, because it is so frustrating to get through. Okay, couple more questions. Epi says, I recently called on 420 and had a new claim filed for me. I was able to certify this Sunday, and this morning, I wasn't paid. Should I call again and ask why my payment is still pending? So since you just filed a new claim on 420, that's pretty recent. The claims do go through a review period, which is going to take between 2 and 6 weeks. I am hearing more and more people saying it's on the shorter side, 2 to 3 weeks. So you can call them and make sure that that's the only reason, because sometimes there can be multiple issues on your account, and I wouldn't want you to just sit back waiting and be like, oh, well, Shelly said it's going to automatically fix. Anytime it's pending, it never hurts to call and just say, hey, I think my claim's just in review. Can you tell me for sure? Is that the only thing that's wrong? Or, do I need to do anything else to get paid again? Sean, thank you for the donation. How long after the letter received does it take to go into effect for the new claim? It can take about 3 weeks. It's just like filing a whole new claim. So it can take, and the rep that I called, I keep saying 6 weeks. He told me it can take up to 6 weeks for the review process. That's what I was personally told on the phone. But it does seem like it's happening closer to the 2 or 3 week mark to totally get everything up and running again. And if not, you can call at the 2 to 3 week mark after filing a new claim. If it's been stuck in pending for 2-3 weeks, it does seem like if you call the EDD, they're able to push those payments through. Okay. Blue-Eyed Female, but whose question am I missing? California's bankrupt, kind of. I think the whole United States might be a little bankrupt. Francis says, I'm stuck on EDD and also called all day and kept getting the machine saying they're not taking calls since 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I don't know what to tell you. One day I literally spent 3 hours just dialing nonstop. My phone overheated. I had to take the case off my phone. So that's all I know to do is those 4 things. Call the EDD. After the long intro message, try quickly hitting 134 is my tip. I did have Lisa, who's a member on the channel, tell me that trick still works for her. And then that's literally I don't want to encourage you guys to fork over $15. because I don't feel like we should have to pay to get through to an agency that we need. But some people really like using Claimyr because at least you get through to be able to hold. And then when you use my link that's pinned as the top comment, you save $5. Okay, one more question. Two more questions. Alex, who says, stuck on pending. It shows that you should file for a new claim on your homepage after you just filed for a claim. Yes, and that's because it's just a standardized message. People on PUA, they have that message, and instead there's a disclaimer at the bottom that says people on PUA do not need to reapply once their benefit year is over. It seems like the system should be able to weed out who needs that message and who doesn't, but instead they just send it to everyone, and I have no idea how long it's going to stay there. Magusna said, I called 90 times and got through. I don't know why I'm smiling about that. 90 times is a lot. I'm just happy that you got through. Ursula said I had a balance of 158 for the $79 weekly I was getting. So I certified for the 2 weeks and it's still pending. I was told by the EDD today that I won't be getting that money until 4/30/21 when the new extension starts. That sounds fishy to me. If you certified for them, is that because your claims in review? That does not sound right to me. And that's something I would email the assembly member about. I would be like, hey, the EDD told me this. I'm experiencing financial hardship. Is this true? That doesn't sound right to me. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do Stephanie's question. This is going to be the last question of the night. I didn't qualify for a new claim, but my old claim expired 4/11, and I got the 29-week extension before it expired. Yesterday, I certified, but my payment is pending. Am I still going to receive benefits? Yes, but every time you file a new claim, the whole claim, the old one and the new one, go into a review process, and the review process can take between 2 and 6 weeks. Once you hit about the 2 or 3 week mark, you can call, and it seems like the reps can push the payments through. And you guys can always call to make sure that it's just the claim review that I know that I make it sound so easy. Oh, you can just always call and double check. You're just waiting on claim review. I know it's hard. I know it's really hard to get through. I just want to be very cautious. I don't want to tell you guys, oh yeah, just sit back and wait 2 or 3 weeks and then you're going to get paid, because I don't know that. I don't know what's going on with your individual claims. And I would really feel bad if I said, oh yeah, your claim's just in review. Just wait 3 weeks and you'll get paid. Call them to make sure that there's not anything else going on with your claim. Okay. You're welcome, Stephanie. Okay. All right. So that's going to be all for me today. Thank you, Blue-Eyed Female. If you haven't already, I would appreciate if you liked the video. If you've reached the point where it's worth $15 to pay a service to dial the EDD, you still have to hold. Hold time still going to be crazy long, most likely. I do have that referral code that instead of making the call $20 makes it $15. All right. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.